Okay, this is solving systems of equation review number 3. On number 2, the first thing is we have to get the y by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add 4x. Add 4x. If I solve the y on the right side, I solve for it on the left side. So this would give me 4x minus 2 equals negative 1y. If I divide by negative 1, I get 4 over negative, or that's negative 4, same thing, but it doesn't matter. So I get 4 over negative 1x. Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is a positive 2 equals y. So my y-intercept is at 2, so I start at 2. My slope is up 4, 1, 2, 3, but that would go off the grid. So I'm going to go down 4, and that's a positive 1 on bottom. So down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. There's my line. If I get the y by itself over here, I would divide by negative 3. So I get y equals negative 1 minus 1x. My slope is negative 1 over 1. My y-intercept is negative 1. So I start at negative 1. I go down 1 over 1. So there's where my line intersects. My answer would be 1, negative 2. Number 3. I need to get the y by itself. I'm going to subtract 3x, subtract 3x. Negative 9y equals negative 3x minus 18. Divide by negative 9. Y equals, I can reduce this, positive 1 over 3x, positive 2. So I start at 2. I go up 1 over 3. I could go down 1 to the left 3. So there's my first line. My second one, I need to get the y by itself, so I'm just going to go ahead and divide by 6. If I divide by 6, I get negative 2 plus, if I reduce this, this is 5 over 3 x equals y. So my y-intercept is negative 2. I'm going to go up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 3. That's where they intersect. My intersection is at 3, 3. Here we go. If I need to get the y by itself, I'm going to add 9. I'm going to add 9. So I get 9 plus 1x equals negative 3y. Divide by negative 3. And I get negative 3 minus 1 over 3x equals y. I start at negative 3. I'm going to go down 1 over 3. Or I could go up 1 over 3. There's my first equation. Y equals 1 over 1x plus 1. I start at 1. I go up 1 over 1. Or I could go down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. There's my line. That's where they intersect. I am at negative 3, negative 2. Number 7, we have to substitute. So on number 7, the y is by itself, so I'm going to substitute that in for the y. Excuse me. Excuse me. So I get 6x plus 2 parentheses, 6x minus 4 equals negative 8. I get 6x. If I distribute the 2, I get plus 12x. I get minus 8 equals negative 8. Combine like terms on the same side. That gives me 18x minus 8 equals negative 8. Add 8. Add 8. 18x equals 0. Divide by 18. X equals 0. I get to choose what to plug it back in. I'm going to plug it into this x. Y equals 6 times 0 minus 4. Y equals 0 minus 4. Y equals negative 4. Number 10, elimination. My x is on top, my y is on top, my numbers are on top. This is positive 9, this is positive 9, so the only thing I have to do is I'm going to multiply this by negative 1, which will give me negative 9. Negative 9x, I multiply it to everything, negative 9y, negative 27. I'm done with this. This eliminates. 7 minus 9y becomes negative 2y. 27 minus 27 is 0. Divide by negative 2. Y equals 0. I take my y and I can plug it back in. I'll plug it into the second one. 9x plus 7 times 0 equals 27. 9x equals 27 because this goes away, that's 0. Divide by 9, x equals 3. All right, number 12. My x's are on top, my y's are on top, my numbers are on top. But I need to choose either 5, 4, negative 9, negative 8. I'm going to make 5 and 4 opposites. The first number they have in common is 20. So one needs to be positive 20, the other needs to be negative 20. So I'm going to multiply this one by positive 4, and I'm going to multiply this by negative 5. That will give me positive 20 and negative 20. So that gives me 20x. This gives me negative 36y. This gives me negative 20. This gives me negative 20x. This gives me positive 40y. This gives me positive 40. This eliminates. I get 4y equals 20. Divide by 4. Y equals 5. If y equals 5, I plug it back into the original equation. I get 5x minus 9 times 5 equals negative 5. 5x minus 45 equals negative 5. Add 45, add 45, 5x equals 40. Divide by 5, x equals 8. Number 13. My first thing is I need to get my variables to the same side, on top of each other. So I'm going to put my equal signs. I'm going to keep this y here, so I'm going to put negative 6y. That means I need to bring this negative 2y over. If I bring the negative 2y over, it becomes a positive 2y. I like my x here, so I'm going to keep my 1x. That means this x has to come over. So that would be plus 1x. Plus 1x. I like my 14 here, which means I need to bring the 10 over. So that would be negative 10. Now they're on top of each other. I could either get negative 6, positive 2 to be opposites. I could get positive 1, positive 1. Ooh, I like this. I like this right here. So I'm actually just going to multiply this by negative 1 to get negative 1x. That becomes positive 6y. That becomes negative 1x. That becomes negative 14. 2 plus 6 is 8y. Those eliminate. Negative 10, negative 14 is negative 24. Divide by 8. Y equals negative 3. Y equals negative 3. I'm going to plug that back into my original equation. So I get negative 6 times negative 3 plus x equals 14. Negative 6 times negative 3 is 18 plus x equals 14. Minus 18, x equals negative 4. And I am done.